Hi everyone, welcome to Miss Adams Predicts of Mice and Men. This video is going to be taking a look at Edexcel International GCSE. We're going to take a little look back at all of the papers across all of the series, so it's a whole lot of past papers. And we're just going to look at whether there are any trends or patterns, what characters have come up the most and the least, just to give you a little bit of a steer. Word of warning, we do not have crystal balls, so please make sure that you're revising broadly and widely for your exam, not just relying on prediction videos. But with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so last year we had George, which was obviously lovely to have one of the main characters, and Money, which was perhaps a slightly harder question. I think the majority of students probably went for George. The year before was Curly and Death, then Lenny and Settings. We've had Responsibility. We've had Candy's Relationships, which is quite nice. And it actually specified including his dog to make it clear that you could write about that role, which is quite nice. But what you're probably going to notice as you go through all of these exams is that largely there is a character option and then there is a theme option. And when they don't want to name a character, perhaps because it's getting too predictable, like which characters have or haven't come up, you get one of these generic where you choose an important character, the happiest character, the unhappiest character, which is lovely because you can kind of shape it to what you know the best. Now, in terms of what hasn't come up or what we've not seen much of, the glaring obvious missing character from this list is Curly's wife. And with my private students, I keep going, like sort of each exam series, still no Curly's wife, still no Curly's wife. And I don't know whether they're just not doing it because they haven't done Curly's wife and it's too predictable, but I'm putting it up there as a possibility, Curly's wife. The other character that we've not seen as much of is perhaps Slim, because he's not been on show since June 2020. Everyone else has had, you know, a good couple of turns, but it's always important to remember that they can do whatever the heck they like. So if they want to do Curly again, they can, yeah? So just because George, Curly, Lenny have been in the last 3 series, it doesn't mean that they won't find a way to bring them back. So always be prepared. In terms of themes, now the biggest theme of Mice and Men is dreams, right? Or hope, or, you know, but dreams. And it's come up in one variation, and that is all the way back in June 2019, where it was plans for the future. So I'm like, oh, when are they just going to give us the dream question? And I'm hoping it's this year for you guys. We'll see. Relationships is another possibility, or friendship, which gives you lots of lovely kind of opportunity for context as well, the itinerant work and what life was like. And you can obviously look at George and Lenny's friendship and what that means. And you could even think about the possibilities of friendship, like Slim and George. So that's a possible. Symbols. Now you might kind of go, what? But Edexcel Homeboard have done symbols across their papers. It's been in Lord of the Flies, it's even been in Macbeth, so that's worth a shout, okay? And it means you get to talk about Curly's dog, which is brilliant, amongst other things. Then on the kind of more negative things, I thought about, okay, so what about power/powerlessness? So, you know, we've had power in the specimen, but not really anything since. You know, you could get that kind of like a character who is powerful, or a character who does not have power if they didn't want to label a particular person, or they could do it as a theme. Likewise, the notion of victims, and that could be a broad theme, or it could be characters who are victims. That would be a possibility as well. And then just a couple of other things just to think about is, you know, we've not had loneliness for a while, not since 2018, so a variation of that, although it's kind of the opposite of friendship. I don't think they would say solitude. I think the vocab is too, I think they would phrase it as loneliness. And I also thought, even though this one feels horrible, significance of the past. If we've had significance of the future, we could have significance of the past. I mean, I suppose we have had memories in 2021. But that's a possible one as well. You know what I'm going to say though, revise broadly and widely. That's the best way to prepare yourself for these exams, but hopefully this has given you a good steer. Thank you so much for watching. If you're finding these videos helpful, then do share them around with your buddies because we're all in the same boat, and do give them a page and subscribe. That would be awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy revising.